Good midday. Good midday to you, one and all. I know it's a little blustery. Um, there is some major weather, quote unquote, that is supposed to come. I understand that completely. But again, no matter what we say or do, this is the day the Lord has made. We shall rejoice and be glad in it. So, welcome, 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 welcome. Um, Let me share this. I will put out a schedule of snapshots for next week. We will be on every day this week, but next week gonna be just a little different. Give me some time to hang out with my family. I really need some time to rest. Many people don't know, but because of the work that's been going on here at the church, I've been getting up 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning to get here to let these contractors in so that they can get the work done. And so now I'm going to take a little bit of time for me. I came from vacation, boom, went into a million things to do. So that's what I'm getting ready to do. And I just want to, have a few days to myself, a little time to myself, preparations for going into a new year. And so I just need to do a little something, something. A little something. You have to excuse me. I just got done eating some Doritos and something got caught there. So that's the way it is. Kathy, Cecile, Pamela, how are you? Erica, thank you so much for being here with us. And we're grateful to God for all that He is doing, all that He has done, all that He shall do, all that He is right now doing. We are thankful and grateful to God for that. Bobby McKenzie, bless your heart. Thank you for coming on and sharing today. We appreciate that more than you know. So we're grateful for each and every one of you. So if you don't mind, y'all know what to do. Christine, bless you. Hit that share button. Okay, whether you are on YouTube or whether you are on Facebook, hit that share button. That would be absolutely wonderful, Minister Faye. Chaplain Hearns, bless you. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, James, for letting it know that all is well, and we appreciate you. And so we just wanted to kind of get that out there, and we're grateful to God for you, one and all. Minister Sarah, Denise, thank you for sharing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Barbara Foose, how you be? You staying out of trouble? Got to keep an eye on you. No, I'm just kidding. You know I had to say something. I couldn't help myself. I just can't help myself. Christy, how are you? Praying that all is well with you and your family. Lavonda, thank you. Thank you so much for being here on today and sharing. And Sylvia Scott, I sees you. I sees you. I sees you. I sees you. And again, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Doe, you got that under control down there? It does, doesn't it? Okay. Don't, yes, you're way to go, Carletta. Adoration, contrition, thanksgiving, and commitment. Yes. What we're going to do, there's still a couple of things that have to be done. And then there's one part of the basement that is completely um, filled. I'm gonna let y'all see that too with stuff, and we're going to get a dumpster, and we're gonna get rid of a whole lot of this stuff. It doesn't make sense, and a lot of this stuff that I'm gonna get rid of was here before I showed up. It's got to go. It's taking up needless space. Okay, and so we just need to do. People have given us stuff. It's got to go. We're not doing anything with it. Ella May, Rhonda, bless you. Bless you. You get a star for that, Carletta. You get a star. Well, let me go ahead and get started because I haven't always kept to my time restraints. And I said in 2024, I'm going to do much better about that because it's a snapshot. It's not a complete and total Bible study, but sometimes I just get carried away and beside myself. Okay. And, just kind of go from there. Pray. And so, we're just we're doing what we need to do. I got a question for you. And I know, especially during this time, the sacrifice of your time is priceless. Timothy, bless you for being here because people are doing stuff. Okay. All right. Now, go ahead on, Sister Birthday. And, people are shopping, food, gifts. They're doing all kinds of things right now. Every store is crazy. Pray for me. Um, I may have to go in a store, but I'm trying to order everything and just pick it up. And I know, hey Katrina, how are you? You enjoying yourself? I don't know if it's because I've gotten older or just less tolerant, but some of the foolishness out here, I'm just not bothered with. I got a question. Is God through Jesus the Christ committed to you? And the reason I asked that question, because the last thing that I talked about was commitment. Tamika, bless you for being here. Was commitment. The missing ingredient to much powerful praying is the fact that we kind of want God to do what he wants, what we want him to do, the way we want him to do it. And for whatever reason, and we're going to get into this into the next step, there's not this moment where we say, Elder James, how are you, sir? Victoria, bless you. There's this part missing that says, okay, God, I know you got me. I know you're going to get this done, but don't ask me to do anything. And I think this is the thing that is missing from much of our praying, is because in the midst of the two-way conversation, there is also some level of commitment. What do I have to do? Where do I have to be? Victor, bless you. Trinette, what changes, behavioral, attitudinal, emotional, what are the changes that I need to make so that what I know you want me to have is not put on delay? I know you didn't catch that. Excuse me. Delay is not denial, but Gaither, the problem that shows up is I want God to do everything. And God said, no. Hey, Thea, how are you, dear? In order for me to complete the process, there's something you have to do. Carolyn, bless you, dear, for being here. There's something you have to do. There's something that you have to modify. There's something you have to participate in. There's something you have to let go of. There's something you have to pick up. It's something that completes what I want to do in your life. And I'm a firm believer. Hey, Linda, and I said this before. We don't give we don't give our keys to the car to our children who have not proven worthy to be behind the wheel, have been trained appropriately. And God says, I've got so much in store for you. Now, let me qualify that. I got so much in store for you. But the problem is, Minister Rhonda, the problem is I need you to change something. I need you to commit to something. I need you to be honest about something. I may even need you to forgive about something. Dr. Lane, how are you? And I think this is something that's missing, and that's why our prayers are so shallow and so lack of power. And I think one of the problems is we're so busy begging, we're not praying, because praying is basically a two-way communication. Carletta had it down pat. Step 1, adoration. Step 2, contrition. Step 3 is thanksgiving. Step 4 is commitment. But then step 5 is meditation. After we have committed, there must be some level of meditation. Okay. This is really, really important. It's called creative listening. Creative listening. Okay. When we unfold all of our needs before the Lord, we listen attentively. He will speak through 3 different things. Katrina Harris, bless you. Thank you so much for being here with us. He will speak through his word, the scriptures. He will speak through our thoughts, and he will speak through our inner feelings. Now, I really want to be careful about this inner feeling thing, because a lot of times what we are feeling may not be the Lord. But whenever the Lord speaks, it always coincides with his word. Yeah, and so it's creative listening. This is the time when we honestly say, Lord, what do you want me to do? And when you say that, he answers. What is it? What is it? What is it that I need to do to get this monkey off my back, to get rid of this addiction? See, to let go of the anger and the hatred and the vindictiveness. Jemison, bless you. Stephanie, thank you for being here. That can control me sometimes. What do you want me to do? Meditation has to be at the center of your prayer. Meditation is, and can I talk about this? Hey, Lynn, how are you, dear? Cora, bless you. Meditation is that time when you sit yourself down, you get off your phone, you get off the internet, and you turn the TV off. And at this particular time is when God has your undivided attention. Why do you think that sometimes God has to wake you up 2, 3, and 4 o'clock in the morning? Why do you think that God has to wait and bring himself into your psyche when you sleep? You know why? Because it is probably the greatest time that he can get your attention, because you won't give him none during your waking moments. In my prayer life, I have been on my knees. I have been on my face. I have humbled myself before God, because I done already said everything I had to say, and what I believe I said is in alignment with God's will. I believe I have committed myself, but I need to get explicit instruction. See, and I get in trouble when I teach this, and I get in trouble when I say this, because if it be thy will is just an easy way out of taking the time to hear what God has to say. God says if you ask anything according to his will, he hears you. So why is the if in there? Judge Jemison, bless you. It has to be explicit. Okay. And I know this song, anyway you bless me, I'll be satisfied. No, that's not my testimony. You take it anyway, I'm gonna take specific. Does God, okay, did God create everything that is through ambiguity, or maybe, or possibly? Does God perform in your life in a haphazard, unexplicit way. When everything that you see that happens in the universe is orchestrated by God's divine will to operate according to his will and is maintained by his will. And here what we do, because we're just lazy or we're just busy or we have not gone through the first 4 steps to get to number 5, because we want God to hurry up. I ain't got time to do what you tell me to do. Although I want you to do something for me, I need you to do it right now because I'm about ready to lose my mind. But then God, don't ask me. Don't ask me, because I'm not going to do it. And so then what happens is we torture ourselves mentally and spiritually, and then we begin to doubt the power of God because we have not taken that moment to stop. And somebody might say, well, my life is too hectic. If you're that busy, I doubt that you're that busy for God. Ooh, 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 ooh. Let me ask a question. I have to look at the camera. I ain't got no choice. Do you take time out to go shopping? Do you take time out to watch television, to watch your favorite programs? Do you take time out to be on the telephone and to talk for hours, and yet still God can't get 15 to 20 minutes? How much time do you spend on the internet? How much surfing do you do? And we talk about, I ain't have time. I ain't have time. Look at the very things that we do and how much time those things take. And let me just be crystal clear. If you have time for your flesh and to satisfy you to do what you want to do, but you constantly tell God, I really ain't got time for you right now, then there's something wrong with your fellowship with God. There's something wrong. I watch a lot of news, and then it got to the point where I could no longer tolerate it, and so I stopped watching it. Now I will watch my football game. Well, okay, let me be honest. I try to watch my football games because after a certain period of time, I'm going to sleep. That's the end of the conversation. Am I teaching, Dr. Lane? I need to know if I'm getting through to y'all, because we have so much we do. How much time do you read in comparison to how much time you play games on your tablet or on your phone? You know, like solitaire and all those other games that they have and I've watched people that will sit there and not move while they play these games. And God is trying to teach you how to live a powerful life. And after you get done playing your game for about an hour, the internet, people got all kind of stuff that they do and all of that. And then you tell God, man, I ain't got time for you today, but here's what I need. Listen, we'll be ready to fight if you interrupt. Don't walk in front of that television. Don't walk into that room talking about, and they will tell you to shut up in 2 seconds, because this is the time that they have designated to do what they want to do. And God says, all I want you to do is have a conversation with me and then stop what you're doing so I can clearly talk to you. Or could it be, and then I'm gone? You just might not want to hear what God has to say. Y'all have a blessed day. I gotta go. I got to go. I'm trying to keep this within this particular period of time. Please be careful. There's some winter storm warnings out. Yes, this is wintertime in northeastern Ohio, but it's showing up. It's going to do a little something, something, and it'll be all right. Listen, I love you with the love of Jesus Christ. I'm getting ready to go. I'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same station. And let's see what God has to say tomorrow, like he has clearly spoken today. May God bless you. May he keep you, is our prayer.